definitely box lunch. That's hard to say. It's kind of a mouthful.
Lunch.com.
Yep. And I ended up getting for like $8.90 something each. I ended up buying 10. Come to find out, I thought I saw series 2 and I thought mine was series 1. The other ones it's the figure and the thing, so I'm probably going to open those last. I bought 5 of those too. Those were like $7. But anyway, we got all kinds of stuff to open today. Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Don't copyright us, YouTube. Don't do it. Nick, the whole week went by, man.
Yeah, a whole week did go by. I learned an interesting fact about something we talked about last week, and you're about the right age to remember this, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember watching a show called, what was it called? It's about an old fella and his son who own a junkyard.
Oh, Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Sons. And you remember his old shtick? The thing he was always doing every time someone upset him?
Oh, I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was Red Fox.
Yep, it was.
You know what Red Fox died of?
Heart attack. Man.
And you know what? I'm wondering if when that happened, if people thought he was doing his bit.
Oh, man. Do you know how bad that would be? That would suck so bad.
I feel so guilty if I was one of those people.
Dude, Red Fox was amazing.
He was amazing. He was so entertaining to watch. His son playing the straight lace guy.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It was funny. They don't make shows like that anymore, Nick.
No, they really don't. There
used to be a lot of good shows. One of those shows fits perfectly with our theme from back in the day, Nick.
Oh, what was that?
Harry and the Hendersons. Did you ever watch that television show?
I was just going to say that. You know, that used to be my brother's favorite movie.
Really? Well, they had the TV series too. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Oh, I might have known that, but I don't think that I cared about it in the way I cared about the movie.
Oh, man. The TV series was so good. When did that run?
Was it the movie or the TV series that had John Lithgow?
That was the movie.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the one I remember mostly.
I think. Now you got me question myself.
No, I think you're right.
Hopefully I'm not
kind of funny. What?
I said, hopefully I'm not in an alternate reality or dimensional plane.
This is the Mandela effect all over again.
Dude, wouldn't it be crazy if I looked it up and there was no freaking television show for this?
That would be weird because I seem to remember that.
And the Hendersons.
The Harry and the Hendersons is kind of the opposite of the first Bigfoot story we told.
It kind of is.
Where the human went and lived with the Bigfoot against his will. But in Harry and the Hendersons, the Bigfoot lived with the people kind of against his will at the first.
Exactly. It was out from 1991. 3 seasons, Nick.
Oh, I made it like 3 years then.
Yeah. The main guy was Bruce Davison.
I don't think I know him. What else has he been in?
I was just clicking on that. He was in a lot of stuff. Willard, the librarian.
Oh, Willard? The movie?
Yes. That came out in like 1971.
Yeah, that's the one with the rats and stuff like that, right?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
The Elephant Man. That's a very popular one that I've also not seen. Oh, he was in the 1971 version of Willard, and that is with the rats and stuff, but I didn't even know that existed.
That's the crazy part. That show was so entertaining. I loved it when I was a kid. It came out in 91. I guess I wasn't a super young kid. Let me see. I would have been 13, but that show was the bomb. And we've been talking about Bigfoot a lot, Nick. I feel like Bigfoot's like our main guy right now, man. He should come on the podcast. We've talked about him so doggone much.
I know. I mean, I've been looking up stuff. I powered to the end of season 2 of our favorite expedition, Bigfoot.
Oh, you did finish season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we're done this, which is going to be a long time from now.
Yep.
Discovery Plus, which I signed up for, must be 40 Bigfoot shows.
Oh, yeah, dude. Here's what's nuts.
Right.
I just finished season 3. That means I've watched a lot of episodes. I mean, these things are like 45 minutes a pop. Season 3 is 15 episodes. I can't remember how many season 2 is. I think
like 15 hours, man.
That's what I'm saying. If I go there and I type in Bigfoot, it doesn't bring Expedition up. I have to look for it.
You know what? Discovery Plus is the same way. I have to look for it every single time.
It's like they're haters. They're drinking haterade.
That's got to be the biggest one, right?
I mean, if it's not, it should be. I mean, I know Finding Bigfoot was huge for a minute.
Right. They sued our game.
What?
You remember when we were playing what was once called Finding Bigfoot?
Oh, you're talking about that. I thought you meant the one you made. I'm like, what?
Oh, no, that's had nothing to do with Bigfoot.
Okay, I was trying to figure out. I'm like, why? Did you make them mad?
Well, I could if they played it.
No, you're right.
Finding Bigfoot was called Finding. The game Finding Bigfoot was called Finding Bigfoot when we first started playing.
Correct. And now I think it's just Bigfoot, I think.
Yeah, it's just Bigfoot. Which now that we're into Bigfoot, we gotta go back.
We do. We got to get with Sniper. I'm telling you, we need to get with Sniper and see if we can do like a revival. We'll call it the Bigfoot revival.
The Legends Return.
Dude, that would be amazing. I did see this thing. I've got some stuff over in the Discord, Nick. I think you'll find this fascinating. I found there's one that's, I've labeled everything. It's the cryptid sighting. There's a rafting group in Colorado. For anyone that doesn't know, we've been looking up different things as the weeks go by. Technically by we, I mean, I've got an AI agent that go and scouts the internet for these things now.
We can't be everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I was showing Nick before we jumped on here. It went and started looking for stories again. But it's super fascinating. I did a story on this earlier today. I put on TikTok actually, but there was this group of rafters in Colorado, and they decided they just want to get off the water for a little while, grab some lunch, maybe have some snacks, and they pull off. I don't know what you call it, like pull off. I'm never in a raft. I cannot swim. I would die. So I have zero interest in going in boats. But apparently they pulled off. They're having lunch. And one of the guys screams up. He goes, Bigfoot. Or I'm sorry, bear. He's saying bear.
Oh, he says he started off. He didn't go right to Bigfoot.
No, he went bear. The guy goes bear.
Oh.
So everyone looks up and they pull their cameras out and they zoom in to see what's going on. Dude, it wasn't no bear. That's Bigfoot.
I think a lot of people start off with bear.
Yeah.
Like that's the shape you kind of think of because they can stand up on their back feet and all this stuff.
That's how I know.
It's the closest thing.
That's how I know you've not seen season 3 of Expedition Bigfoot just yet, because there's a very interesting thing they talk about in season 3.
You can give it away. It's fine. It'll still be good when I watch it later.
So a lot of people say that these Bigfoots are changing to like bears.
Like shape-shifting?
That's kind of what they're alluding to. They say a lot of times when people see bears, they'll find a Bigfoot.
You know what's interesting about that? I sort of brought it up off podcast a little bit to you, but one of those stories that we did before, the Valley of the Headless Men.
Yep.
That was like a lot of people say that's Bigfoot there in the Nahanni National Park.
Yep.
Well, what I didn't know when we were recording that originally is the native people that live up there are the Dene.
Yep.
And a friend of mine is Dene, and she moved out west. And we had a good long conversation about what it's like in some of those like northern Dene tribes and stuff like that. Like they talk about things shape-shifting. Like when they say, what is the word we used? Like evil medicine men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They all shapeshift. And that's why they were so hard for them to hunt down. And they would turn into bears.
Dude, I say it all the time. When I start noticing patterns,
right.
eventually I have to be like, something to it.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it's legit, just saying might be something to it.
Yeah. And another thing that's cool about it, it's not supernatural. Not really anyway, but you know how we've talked about before about the uncontacted tribes, like the Sentinel Island people and stuff like that.
Yep.
The further you go north, they're not uncontacted tribe, but they're bands of Dene who live in places that you just can't get to other than by boats and stuff like that. Like they're completely isolated from everything. In fact, a few years back when they were having the wildfires there out west, they had to send boats up the river to get to these bands and bring them back down to safety. Like they're completely like hours and hours trips. They only get supplies when the river freezes over and they can take sleds down and stuff.
Dude, that's wild.
But the further north you go, there could be, all this stuff in that national park that we still haven't discovered.
Well, and I mean, let's be honest. We like to pretend like we know what's going on, and most of the time we have no concept.
Right. Yeah.
I had a conversation with, I forget who it was, recently, and we were talking about, hey, what do you believe and how do you believe it and yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. But the more I see of some of these things, I go, I don't know. There's too many things that just blend together for me.
Right.
I'm going to post the link that's to their webpage. I want you to see this video of this Bigfoot.
Okay.
If you click on that webpage and you scroll all the way bottom, for those of you at home that's watching on the YouTube machine, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. At the bottom is, I think, an Instagram.
Yeah. There's 2 Instagram links here.
Yeah, but I think
guess
it's
either of them.
I think it's the bottom one. There's one where the guy talks about it, and there's another one where
that video is not available in my country.
Uh-oh, Nick. You're going to have to watch in the podcast like everyone else.
Hold on. Let me try the first link.
Dude, that is funny if that's the case.
Oh, here we go.
Canada preventing you guys from seeing Bigfoot. Big feets.
Yeah, it's just the guy talking about it in the first one.
Do you actually see the Bigfoot in the second one?
What's that?
Can you not see either of them or just the one?
I can only see the one where the guy's just talking.
Oh, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Why do they hide the Bigfoot from you?
Is it the same account?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it would be weird if he country restricted one and not the other.
Well, the other one's Daily Mail.
Oh, okay. That's probably why.
Let me see for you, because I don't want you to feel left out here, Nick.
I do feel left out right now.
I'm going
to... They're extra hiding Bigfoot from me.
They really are. I'm going to try to screenshot this. It's good because it's a freaking video, though. Let me see. Let me screen this. For all of you at home, I'm going to put the actual video up because, we're not like Canada. We don't hide things from you. We would hate to do that. Oh, dang it.
I've got ways of seeing it, but it will disconnect me from the regular internet, and that's not good for our episode.
No, it'd probably be a deterrent for...
I mean, totally legal ways to do it.
Of course, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can see that photo.
I can. It would be weird if they could somehow block that photo too.
Prevent the photo from going through. Could
you
imagine?
I see the photo. Where am I looking in this?
The only brown thing, reddish brown thing.
Oh, I am colorblind, remember, too.
Oh, yeah. So it's all green.
You're going to have to give me some direction.
So do you see the tree that's down kind of towards the center?
Yeah.
Look up and left.
Ah, yes. Popped right out as soon as I saw it.
Now, the difference is on the video, you see him walk away, straight up walk away.
Ah. Man, that, like, once you see it, like, that's definitely not a tree or anything.
No. Well, because it's walking. You can see the arms moving and stuff.
Yeah.
But the guy that saw it thought it was a bear at first. He screams bear, and then everyone looks up. Now, the funny thing is, all the freaking quote unquote geniuses, or the experts, some will call them, they're all fighting about it, because there's some that believe that, it's real. There's some that saying, nah, it's fake. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about those at home, what they think. If you're watching on the YouTube machine, let me know in the comments if you think this looks legit or not.
Or actually watch the video if you're not in Canada.
Yeah, if you're in Canada, sorry, you need to use some of those legal means to see it.
That's right. Now, I'll tell you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm not seeing the video, I can't tell if it's real or fake, but I can tell it's not a bear. Yeah,
that's the thing. But the weird thing is, you'll see it. Man, I really want to. I wish you'd seen the third season, because there's something really big that happens. There's like 3 really big things that happen, but
yeah. I'm telling you, man, you could still tell me. It'll still be a big surprise when I watch it.
It's just that bear thing. Like, the guy is looking at that ridge line, trying to find like certain. He's like looking where he's going, and he's got the monocular. It's our guy, our favorite guy.
Oh, Russ.
Yeah. He's out there and he's scouting, and he goes, "Oh, look at that. Look at that bear right there." And he's focused, and it's a bear. It looks like a bear on its like on all fours. And the freaking thing stands up on 2 legs and just walks off.
Oh, interesting.
Like, just straight. It walks off, well, Nick.
Like I've seen bears stand on their hind legs a lot, but I've never seen them go anywhere afterwards.
No, they always stand up and just kind of look like they can walk probably a little bit.
Yeah, they're just getting a better view.
This one had a stride.
Really?
Yes. But it looked like a bear. Like in the show, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that is a bear. Like, I don't know that I'd want to go over there. And then stands up and I go, whoop, hold on.
I know. I keep going back to like native legends and stuff, but there always would be people who had like the bear pelt with the head on top.
Yes.
And they could use that to transform into a bear and stuff.
Here's the thing. I have a tough time believing in a quote unquote Bigfoot, right? I almost always, my mind always wants to go to like a shapeshifter or like a skinwalker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think we're more familiar, like you and I.
Yeah.
We're way more familiar with skinwalker stories than we are with Bigfoot stories.
Oh, yeah. Because we ruled them out to a degree.
Yeah. You know what? You can do something for a long time and still be wrong.
For sure. 100%. Yeah. That's why you got to keep an open mind. That's why we created these podcasts to begin with. We created ours to talk about all these stories that might not quite fit, but to give a place for people to have a safe space to be able to talk about whatever it is. And then when I created my podcast, it was the same concept. I'm like, you know what? Let's just create this place where anyone can come and tell their story, and they won't be judged for it. In the comments, people can judge what they say as long as they keep it respectful. But I don't know. Like, I feel like nowadays there's a ton of people that have kind of came around on some stuff, but there's still a lot of people that, you tell them you saw Bigfoot.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of people I talk to still are really afraid to tell anything even mildly supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're still afraid of the ridicule. I think it's a lot better than it once was, but it's not all the way there yet. But so I'm completely brought around to Bigfoot. I was completely wrong. You're like 90% of the way there, I think. Should we give a special thank you to the person who either blessed or cursed us with this?
We probably should.
I don't know if we've shown the respect that we should have on the show here.
We've not.
Right.
Luckily, it was Jeremy, my buddy Jeremy. It's funny because we was having a conversation about the podcast, and he was kind of listening here and there. And I don't know exactly how it came up, but something along the lines of, he talked about Bigfoot, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Bigfoot. And he goes, nice, like, there might be something to it. And then he got us hooked on this show.
Right.
And now I've I would say right now I'm probably 85% swung. Okay, hold on. let me
All
think
right,
about this.
There's a confession coming out of this. I can feel it.
Nah, let's not get crazy now. I would say with what I just saw in season 3,
Right.
90%. I'll give it a 10% buffer. I still think it's like a skinwalker or something. I'm not saying I think it's a Bigfoot, but it is interesting that it's taken a humanoid form.
I mean, a skinwalker could just be a magic person. A
Could
magic
be.
Bigfoot. Magic Bigfoot, not a magic person. A magic Bigfoot.
Well, that's the thing. And there's so many different offshoots. When you look at Bigfoot stories, there's so many different offshoots of what people believe. And the funny thing is, Bigfoot people are like, they can be very, what's the word I'm looking for? To be very respectful. They can be very stout. If you say something they don't like, oh, buddy. Of all the crowds, I think they're the ones that we've dealt with. That's a little bit more, they're on the straight and narrow. And that's the thing. Like, I always want to be respectful of people and what they believe and stuff like that. And even with Bigfoot, but like I saw a story the other day that if I'm a Bigfoot person, I would have been like, dude, there's no way. This is crazy talk. But there's a subset of people that believe it too. It's this guy, his name is Mike Patterson.
Mm-hmm. What, from the Patterson video? Or is
Patterson
that a different
video.
guy?
Oh, no, different guy.
Peterson?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
At least I think is a different guy. I don't know. I didn't acknowledge it as the same guy. But he went looking for like a Bigfoot. Kind of similar, I guess, in the same regards. But he found basically these photos. And with the photos, he was going to release them and he's going to show them. But he said it was so harsh. It was so freaking harsh, the criticism that he got.
Right.
That he held on to him for 3 years. But he released it. I looked for the active spot with the link and it wasn't working.
Oh, okay.
So I can't see I saw one photo that was possible.
Mm-hmm.
But the other weird thing that I say weird, the other interesting thing about him is, and this is where I feel like it's a touchy subject. It depends on what part of the UFO clique you're a part of, but he went back, and when he came back, he found this like handprint on his truck.
Okay.
And beside his truck was this almost like black charcoal in a straight line.
I don't know. What's that mean?
Well, he bottled it all up and he sent it to have research done. And what they found was that it was like this. It was similar to rocket fuel is the best way to put it.
Oh, wow.
And he came up with this theory. And I mean, it's an interesting theory. Of course, there's people like me that, I'm just kind of dipping my toe into Bigfoot right now. But he seems to think that these things are ultra terrestrial and interdimensional beings that uses portals to come and go. So what he's saying is that line, that rocket fuel substance that was right beside his truck in a straight line, was a portal that a Bigfoot would have came out with, put his hand on the truck. And he says that's why it's hard to see a Bigfoot sometimes, because they are interdimensional.
Right. Probably would explain as well why we've not just like randomly stumbled upon a corpse or something like that.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like when I think about all the different things with Bigfoot, the things that I have a tough time with is, why can we never see it? Why is no trail cams ever found it? But then you watch Expedition Bigfoot and you go, okay, well, it's moving the freaking things. Did you see where it moved the one in season 2?
I did see that. Yeah. Another thing in season 2, that's exactly what you're talking about right now, is they tracked that massive heat signature and they were right on it.
Yes.
And then it snuffed out like that.
Correct.
So what's that about?
That's what I'm saying, man. It just doesn't make sense. And it makes me think, like, if it's interdimensional and there's multiple dimensions, right? Like, and we've talked about this for 2 years now.
It's one of our favorite things, really.
It is. You know, you've got, I think UFOs fit into interdimensional. I think ghosts or spirits or demons, those are interdimensional.
Yeah.
Who's to say that a Bigfoot isn't interdimensional?
Well, there's one thing that's been like topping the charts on Reddit for UFOs. It's not Bigfoot related, it's UFO related, but I kind of want to relate it to Expedition Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Is like all the top stories are on Reddit are this discovery, and it was even put on a NASA podcast and stuff about 660 orbital tracks around Earth with trillions of tiny objects found around the world. And one of the properties of these objects, and they're speculating that they help stabilize the planet. They speculate that they help UFOs, once they get here, travel around the planet. But one of the properties of it is these things on Earth can cool themselves. So all those things where they see the heat signatures and they go check it out, and all of a sudden the heat just dissipates instantly.
Mm-hmm.
That could be them taking advantage of these items strewn all across Earth.
You know what that sounds like, kinda?
What?
The Boogosphere.
The Boogosphere?
Yeah, remember that?
I think we've talked about that.
We did. That was that sphere we talked about a few weeks ago that
right.
They've got, and then they're doing all these tests on. That's kind of what that sounds like.
It sort of does. So there's apparently like 660 unidentified orbital tracks synchronized with Earth's rotation. They're not satellites. They move like an autonomous surveillance network. So they're all moving in patterns that are predictable. But he said Dr. Beatrice Villarroel and her team have found like corresponding items, like trillions of items on Earth that can do these things like the Boogosphere does. Like trillions we're talking.
That's wild. That's wild to me.
If the Bigfoot was interdimensional and could use these things and it needed to get away, it would just have to walk into one of these tracks where these things are.
I mean, we don't know enough to be able to point our finger and say that's what that is. But I think we need to kind of start opening our eyes.
Straws right now. We're taking baby steps.
For sure. I mean, UFOs have always been our bang zone. And I think if we incorporate some of that thought process, like I also covered on my podcast today, like a little short video I put on TikTok. Since January of this year, the National UFO Reporting Center, it's had 2,174 sightings since January of this year.
Man, that's wild.
That is a 46% increase from last year. If you take the full tally, January to August.
Do you remember we talked about the increase in reporting once before?
Yes.
And it started with the drone sightings.
Correct.
And ever since then, the reporting has doubled, tripled sometimes.
It makes you wonder what's going on. I feel like everything's kind of going on right now.
Right.
I don't know. You know, I look at stories like that, you know, all these sightings, a 46% increase from last year. And then I think to myself, you know, I've got this theory myself. It's not my theory. I heard it from someone else, but they start putting all these movies out. And sometimes I feel like they put movies out to kind of prepare us a little bit.
You know, that's reasonable, because one of the biggest fears of the government supposedly was always like, we're not ready to accept this information yet.
Correct. Well, do you know what's coming out this year?
What?
There's this movie. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it. I just saw the trailer. It's this movie called Star People.
Oh, no, I've not heard of this at all.
Yeah, it was a new indie sci-fi thriller. And it made its world premiere in the Dances with Films Festival that's in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And the story, it follows this desert photographer who watched the 1997 Phoenix Lights as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it just follows that entire story. Now, Blue Harbor Entertainment, they snatched it. They grabbed it for their own distribution. They had a theatrical launch for that movie July of this year.
Okay. It must have been like a limited theater.
I think so.
What do they call it? Limited theatrical release.
Here's what's crazy. They bought the rights to it before the first frame was even shown at the festival.
Oh, really?
Yes. But there's a video to drop that's supposed to hit August 12th. But I sit there and I say to myself, it's funny we're having all these things that's happening. Oh, I didn't even think about this, Nick.
Oh, dude, boy. Here we go.
Talking about films and aliens and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I started thinking about something, and I was talking to Jess about it just this last week, and we was kind of going back and forth and talking. The movie Signs.
Mm-hmm.
What's that movie about?
About an invasion, basically.
Of what?
Aliens.
Is it?
Wait, hold on. We've talked about this before. You said it was like demonic.
Yes.
Right.
I started doing research.
Okay.
And it was about the demonic realm, not about aliens at all.
Man, isn't that interesting? That would explain like a lot of the water and stuff like that.
There's a lot more to it that once you start piecing together, someone did a brilliant job of piecing some of it together when I was researching. Right. Remember how the alien or we thought it was aliens couldn't open doors? Remember? It was like rattling the doorknob and they're like, I don't think they figured out how to open doors yet.
Right.
What is it they say?
Interdimensional travel, sure, but not
correct.
Doors.
The reason why is because they weren't aliens. Demons aren't allowed into your life until you do what? You invite them in.
You gotta let them in. Yep.
How crazy is that?
Has M. Night Shyamalan ever commented on this at all? Or?
He did. He said in fact, he said that was one of his motivations behind making that movie. That's why the main
always
character
layers with his stuff.
Oh yeah, that's why the main character is a pastor. That's also why when his wife was crushed up against that tree and she was dying, she had the vision. That's also why the daughter, she started having like that whole idea about, we need the water, we need this. She was basically doing what the mom was prophesying about when she was dying. I was just
going to say that the mom prophesized all that stuff.
That's why.
Man, that's such another layer to this.
Isn't that another layer? Why is it that they don't talk about this stuff? That would have made the movie way more fascinating. Like, let it go for like a year and then do this thing going, watch it again, but think about it from this perspective.
Man, they could re-release it again once they said
they could
release that,
Dude, I was blown away when I saw that. I'm like,
it
that's
makes me
nuts.
want to watch it again because I know everything you're saying is true and I remember it clear as day.
Correct. I want to go back and rewatch it. When I was doing the research, I'm like, I remember that part. That's nuts. And then when I started thinking about it, I'm like, I never even thought about it from that point of view, but that would make perfect sense. I don't know. Blew me away. I always thought that it was something to do with demonic because I'm like, there's some references in there and the whole pastor thing. And I don't know.
It's funny. If you think about all the aliens and abduction stories, they've never come in through a door.
They've not. That's right.
Not one story I've ever heard they came in through the door. It's always they appear in there.
Yep.
Or it's through like an open window or something like that.
Well, the other thing the guy mentioned was if you look at that one little flash of the frame of what the alien looks like, remember when it's crossing the street at the birthday party?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like an alien.
It looked extra scary.
The face looked reptilian. Satan was supposed to be a what? A snake.
Oh, yeah.
So it all kind of interconnects. It's so crazy, dude. When I read all that, I'm like, that's nuts.
I got to rewatch that. I really do.
I need to get the breakdown.
It's been enough time.
I'm going to get the breakdown. I'm going to send it to you. So that way, when you watch it, you're like, dude, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think of that either.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy.
There was enough stuff in there that you sort of thought, what's really going on here? Because people were like,
right.
That's lame. Why would aliens come to take over a planet covered in the thing that harms them? It's because they got no choice because they're not aliens. Correct.
It's kind of like, I didn't even know this either, and I feel so dumb. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
Yeah.
There's a whole subplot in that movie too.
What's the subplot in that one?
The guy that is like special kind of whatever, that autistic acting guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He knew about that entire thing. And if you watch it, he's preluding the entire movie in the very beginning.
Oh, that's wild.
But you don't know.
There is something I learned about this, that if you watch the movie all the way through, you could guess what's going on because there's trail cameras and stuff in the trees.
Oh, that's nuts.
You know, modern technology that's hidden like a Where's Waldo thing in every scene.
It's like a Truman Show, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if they're preparing us for something with shows and movies, I hope that Alien Earth isn't what they're preparing us for. Have you heard about this?
I have heard.
Yeah, because that's not the kind of alien I want to meet.
No. I don't know, dude. There's so much going on that I just kind of...
Right. Well, actually, if they are preparing us for something, imagine this. So, Alien Earth is aliens that have been out there that are harmful, have been coming to Earth, but there's also a lot of movies where aliens like the Predator has traditionally teamed up with people quite frequently.
Yeah.
So maybe they're saying there's these good aliens, there's these bad aliens, all this kind of stuff.
Well, supposedly there's this guy that says that, and it's like every other story, like people's like, man, he's always down on this subject or that subject. It doesn't matter what the subject is. I have a tough time with all of it, period, within reason, right? Like we talk about a lot of fringe things. Tough thing about fringe things is that occasionally I have a tough time accepting things.
Right. We still got to talk about it, of course.
Still got to talk about it. And, you know, I don't... Very rarely will I be like, dude, that's nuts. There's no way that happened or that's legit. Because listen, I don't know. I wish I did know.
Right.
Some of the stories I tell that I've seen that I know is true because I was there. Some people will be like, dude, that guy's nuts. He didn't see that. Yeah. And sometimes I sit there and I think to myself, if I told someone every little thing that I've experienced, I think a lot of people thinks if you have a haunting or, I mean, here's a great example. No, I'm not going to tell that story. Never mind. I thought about it for just a second.
Yeah. Well, I've told people about my experiences.
Yep.
And, you know, people are quite accepting of it.
Yep.
But I also get the impression, like, if they don't ask follow-up questions, that they're just sort of like, in their head, they're like, all right, whatever.
Right. Yeah. And that's the tough part because you have that experience, you know,
right.
That's your story. You saw it. So for you to sit back and go, man, I was there. I know this happened.
Yeah, it's true. But how do you convince, like if you see something that is beyond your experience, the only reference you've got for it is you just saw it. If you had imagined it a week before it happened, you wouldn't believe it either.
It goes back to Plato's cave that we talked about last week. Everyone, and I say it all the time in the comments of my own stuff, when people are like, dude, that's nuts. That's never going to happen. Especially when it's things that I know, that I've seen myself. I say it all the time. Until you've had your own experience, you're never going to believe these stories to begin with.
Right.
And why would you?
Yeah, why? What's the good reason? There's not any usually.
There's not. Like if you want to follow something because it's a fun story,
right?
Then so be it. You know, let it be a fun story. But it's not a case where you're doing it because you're like, I want to believe this and just go full on. Typically, you have to have an experience or you have to have such good evidence that you're like, something to that.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, I think a lot of people get into it by either wanting to believe or hearing so many stories that they just think like us, where there's so many patterns. Like there's got to be something here.
There's always a pattern. Always a pattern.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't happen in a vacuum.
No. Very rarely does anything happen where it's so off the normal realm that the story doesn't fit with another story, if that makes sense. You know,
right.
But
each one on their own is too wild to believe, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's Bigfoot was always tough for me. I had heard the stories. I've seen the most popular Bigfoot video the world has ever seen.
Right.
It's just always been hard for me to wrap my brain around because I feel like you live or die by that one video, but I feel like there's enough stuff now since we started looking into it where I'm like, all right, it's probable.
Just to correct myself from earlier, it wasn't Mike Patterson. It was Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin.
Yes.
Who made that original Bigfoot lumbering through the forest film.
Yep. That comes up in season 3 of Expedition Bigfoot. Also, FYI, they did LiDAR to the entire area to figure out how tall Patty, which is what they call the Bigfoot, is in that video.
Right.
And it's kind of fascinating.
What did they come up with?
6'3".
6'3". To me, that's pretty tall.
Yeah, but they were very disappointed because they expected taller.
Right.
But they did bring up some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know there's going to be people that's going to argue stuff in the comments. I'm used to that. But they brought up the fact that when you watch the video and you zoom in, you watch that foot go down on the mud. Yeah. The toes are pointed up. And then when it hits, it evens out like a real foot would.
Yeah. Well, they also say that you can see like flexing of muscles.
The calf
muscle. You don't
muscle.
see that through a suit. Yeah.
Yeah. The calf muscle flexes. They talked about that. The other thing that they talked about was the torso almost looked like it was like a female.
Right.
And that's why
heard that too.
They believe that's why it's 6'3", because typically males are taller. So a male might be 7 foot, 7'2", 7'3".
Yeah. Now, if I recall in this video, and I might be recalling this wrong, but I think one of the people swore up and down right till their deathbed that this was real, but I think one of them said that it was a hoax. I could be wrong on that.
I've heard that too. I've not researched that enough to know where that fits.
Yeah. I don't know what the combination was there. Maybe they both said it was a hoax in the end, but
no, the guy that recorded it's in season 3. Yeah. He was in season 2 for like a hot second.
Okay, so it must have just been like Robert Gimlin who started saying that. But we've had other stories that. Do you remember the one where the river rafters or the river canoers had the abduction experience, and there was like 6 of them. Oh yeah, and 5 of them swore up and down, polygraphs and everything, that it was true. And one of them, over time, because he got ridiculed and all this stuff, he came out and said it was a hoax, and they did it to help their businesses because he just couldn't take it anymore. The people.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at all these paranormal stories, like the next Conjuring film is the Snedeker family. And that family was on television shows and they got ridiculed. Like it got bad. It got really bad. Right. And then eventually it was said that they even said it was fake just to kind of pull the onslaught. Because I think what people don't understand is, let's say you have anyone at home, just follow me. Just imagine for a second. Mm-hmm. You have this event occur. You go out and you tell a few people and it explodes.
Right.
Because this person tells that person tells another person. Next thing you know, a new set of people comes, like in the case of like Ed and Lorraine Warren, right? Back then, they come and now everybody knows because it's Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
Once you have that notoriety, now it's on news, it's on radio. They're creating TV shows about it. Now everybody knows. If you're part of that percentage that doesn't believe what you're saying,
right,
at a minimum, you're a liar. Yeah. And do you want a liar to work for your company?
Well, that's the thing. But I think a lot of people recant their stories and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to recover from being a liar.
Oh, yeah.
Than it is to recover from everyone thinking you're crazy.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Like you've only got two bad choices there, but one of them people are going to forget with time. The other, they're just not.
You know what? I wasn't going to tell this story earlier, but I'm going to mention it.
Okay.
I won't go too deep into it. Nick was here for it. That's why this story is so fascinating. Last week, I was excited. I was telling Nick about this little thing right here. For anyone that
I know what you're
knows,
going to talk about right away.
Huh?
I know exactly what this is.
We bought this for our little trip that's coming up. It's a honeytone. And I didn't have the pieces to connect everything, so we didn't have a chance to really try it. Well, I got all the rest of the pieces. I got it all hooked up, and I told Nick, I said, I wonder what this thing's like, if it gets rid of all that that noise that everyone hates.
Yeah.
So I hook
this
it up.
Thing's an amazing little thing.
Oh, this thing is like, I love this thing. Just FYI. Yeah. I hook it up. I'm not asking any questions. In fact, I'm commenting to Nick. I'm like, dude, like it's taking all that static out. Turning the knobs, getting it all factored. What did we hear, Nick? I'm not even going to say it. What did we hear come through that speaker box?
There was something like, hi, Bert, or something like that.
It said, he says his name's Bert.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
And
that's
it's
what
not.
It was.
Now think about it. If I say it really fast,
right?
He says his name's Bert, but it's not. When it's doing that, it's going between stations.
Right.
So to say that many words, or what I perceived as so many words.
Yeah. Your name's not common either.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people knows me as Bert. A lot of people know me by a different name.
Yeah.
So this thing, maybe it just sounded like that, but I find it odd that both of us, that's what I'm saying. I find it odd that both of us heard the same thing with my name.
I remember being like, what did you say? What did you say?
I look over at the camera. Nick's looking over and Nick goes, what? Did you say what I think it said? I said, what did you think it said? And then you said some variation. I've said, this is what I heard too.
Right. Now, and it was basically the creepiest part of this.
So now we're curious because I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like,
and they were saying other stuff before that too.
Nonstop chatter.
Chatter. Yeah.
But like everything, I thought it's just radio noise is all it is. Just, that's why we was testing it. I'm like, well, that's going to be cool. But the freaking radio noise part, is not how are you going to get anything good out of this? But when it said that, I'm like, oh, that's not a radio noise.
Sorry to keep button in here, but I think that thing's all analog too. So it's not running off a dictionary file.
No, it's literally a radio. It's just, it's going by each one of the channels. So I think it starts at whatever it is, 87 point whatever. And it goes by twos up the spectrum. And then once it gets to the end of the spectrum, it goes all the way back and then it does it again.
Right.
So the theory is as it's going through the white noise, a spirit can talk to you. So that entire sentence spanned over probably 5 or 6 different stations.
Right.
So I told Nick, I said, that's nuts. So I start questioning, I'm like, is something here that wants to talk? Is there anything going on? And we just wait. Nothing.
Right.
We didn't hear a peep come out of that thing after.
Yeah. Not the whole time we did it afterwards like that.
The whole instance.
Right. It was as if a couple things were talking to each other.
Yes.
And we were overhearing it. As soon as they became aware
They stopped.
that we could hear them, silence.
Craziest thing ever.
Yeah. I'd never considered that it might be like that.
Right.
And the fact that they're avoiding it makes me suspicious.
Correct. It was so creepy.
Yeah. That thing's going to serve us well when we get to an actual haunted place.
The worst part is I haven't even told Jess this story yet.
Oh, you got to tell her.
I got to now because the podcast is going to come out. I was going to keep it to myself because I'm like, dude, that's kind of wild. Like,
oh, yeah, because you were saying you're going to have to move.
I'm going to have to move. But I just wanted to see if it would stop the I didn't expect it to actually, like, we were, there's going to be people that's going to say, oh, he was provoking it. Dude, I didn't provoke nothing. I was just telling Nick,
no.
I wonder if it takes out that noise.
Yeah, we just wanted to see what, like, if it got rid of that noise.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
All I wanted.
And we overheard conversations from beyond.
We did, dude. That's creepy.
Ones that have been watching you because it knows your true names.
Correct. That's the freaky part.
Right.
That's the freakiest part of the whole thing. Because it said just clear as day to me. And you got to understand, I had this thing over here and everyone thinks that Nick hears what's coming out of here. He doesn't. He hears from another mic that's off site.
Yeah. And I mean, the quality coming through the thing we used to meet
is
way worse than what
you're hearing. It's not even close. But he was able to pick up enough of the words to where I was able to fill in the words that he couldn't quite piece together.
Yeah.
But the fact that it acknowledged, he says his name is Bert, but it's not. And that's when I know I went, what?
Yeah.
Like, did you hear that?
It wasn't even a real experiment. We just wanted to see if it annoyed us or not.
Correct. We're testing stuff right now. We're testing stuff to make sure it works.
Yeah. So getting that thing into a real spooky place is going to be wild.
Dude, it's going to be nuts. Nuts.
Yeah. We should, by the way, not go in there and start asking questions to it. We should let it go as if we don't know what's going on, just to get that sort of experiment going.
Well, the crazy thing is, you got to remember, a lot of paranormal investigators go in there, and there's a lot of people that has that kind of technology. So it's already going to know what it is. But a house like this, where they have no clue. Right. I'm curious though. That was the most. I've not told anybody that story. I've told one person that story, and that's it.
Now you've told a lot of people. And
the best part is, I know, I have, but the interesting part of that is, if I told the random person, hey, I bought this spirit box, this phantom box, and I heard it say my name. That would be
enough right there to make people think you're crazy.
They think I'm a wackadoodle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the best part that happened in that entire thing was you were there.
Yes.
And we validated it.
You don't get that often.
No, that never happens. Never happens.
Right.
And the fact that we was able to validate what we both heard at the same time, nuts.
Yeah. Like I've been to a lot of different, like I like to, there's groups around here that do investigations, and sometimes they'll open it up to the public and you go. Yeah. And they've got those digital ones. And I don't believe in the digital ones at all, because it's just reading from a file.
That's what I was going to say. You're talking about the one that's got the word, like the
right. And the ones that are making that awful noise. That's really just a generated noise. Like, that's not a signal noise.
Well, and which I've got those too. I've got one. Yeah. I think it's called like Spirit Vox or something. Is that kind of like what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. It might even be that exact one. Like, I don't believe in that at all. The things it says sometimes are just too spooky for the sake of being spooky.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, I'm sure there's going to be people who are like commenting, no, those are so real and stuff, but I just don't believe in those.
Like
they get lucky.
The one I've got is necrophonic. And like I can legit sit here, start it, and it will just come up with random names. Like that's what it does right there.
Yeah. Yeah. This is exactly what that other one was doing.
And it'll just come up with a random thing here in a minute.
Yeah.
But like I can add reverb and echo, which is what that device does, this IRL.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe those.
Right.
Because
like
here's the
just
thing.
Happening too much.
It's an application. And on top of that, we have no clue what's programmed into there.
Yeah.
And I know there's some people that do believe in this, these applications. They take them to places. Yeah. Like here's another one. It's a necrometer. I bought this one a while back, a long time ago, because I was going to do a video on it being fake, but I'm like, I'm not going to do that. If people want to believe in it, they can believe in it, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same thing. The difference is this one will also put the words on there.
Justice.
So like justice. Okay. Some ghost sitting in my house talking about justice.
What a typical thing for a ghost to say.
And like I could sit here and it'll constantly just drop just random words. Now here's the thing. And this is where I get a little bit annoyed with stuff like this.
Yeah.
If you want to believe.
Instrumental trans communication.
Where did it pick that up from?
Yeah. Instrumental trans communication.
Nonsense.
But here's the thing. If you want to believe in something like this, it may background. It likes my background, Nick.
Oh, nice. That's good. Well, see, that's a good example. You can relate this to stuff that's going on around you.
But it's like pareidoia, right? If you're looking for something, you're going to find it. Oh, look at this. Next word was alien. Horrible suffering alien.
Well, see, this is the thing. They've got a dictionary and they've just put in all these ghostly words.
Yeah.
Like I bet you could take that to your church and set it on the altar.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be telling you ghosts are all over the place.
Well, and here's the thing, right? Like it's just literally what we was talking, kind of like with pareidoia is the same thing, right? Like if we was to take these words into account, you and I specifically could find placement for each one of these words. Justice.
Oh,
well, you know, we talk about justice all the time. I don't necessarily know how that fits. Instrumental trans communication. Oh, that's literally what we're doing right now, Nick. This definitely fits. Background. Oh, I've got a background. That's crazy. It's definitely here. Aliens. We talk about aliens all the time.
Well,
horrible suffering.
Just about everyone who's into this stuff is talking about this stuff all the time.
Correct. Next one, survivor. The one before that, or the one after that, nostalgia. Like these are all things that we talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if like there was a spirit detector for people who like gardening, it would be saying petunia, rose bush. You know, it's just.
I will say, we are trying to do things different than every other investigator when we're going in September. Prime example. Everyone has those EMF detectors. It's got the 5 lights on it. We don't.
Right.
We have it measuring it to the micron. It also looks for radiation, electromagnetic fields, and it looks for static electricity. And I can get a specific readout of each one of those things in each area. So, I don't know.
It's like, you gotta, if you want the same results as everyone else, keep doing what they're doing.
Right.
If you want to know more, you've got to explore. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but.
Well, we got the secret weapon too that a lot of people's not doing. We're not going to talk about it here because it's our secret weapon.
Yeah.
And I only know of a few people that do it. And I've kept it kind of hush hush because my theory is based on everything I researched. If spirits are doing, or entities or demons or ghosts or whatever it may be, we're going to increase their capabilities by double.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm super curious about that. But then we're going old school retro and stuff too. Cassette tapes, metallic cassette tapes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I think the chance, like, I mean, we both know quite a bit about technology and all this digital stuff. It's very hard to throw it off without destroying it.
Right.
But all the analog stuff, like, they can be nudged in a certain way or affected by nearby things. Like that, all the reasons that we moved away from the analog stuff is the stuff we need to record this.
Right.
So
I agree. Nick and I, we've kind of talked. We wondered if that old school camcorder, what I might do is put the old school date in the corner and make it record with that date on it.
Mm-hmm.
Release that as a separate special thing for the viewers.
Right.
Just that footage by itself.
Yeah. Let people pick through it. Yep. Because that's a live digital representation of what that analog camera was. It's going to be recorded on an actual metallic cassette tape. Yeah. We can release a lot of this stuff, by the way, that's digital as well.
Yes.
Because we've effectively got no limit on our storage. We can archive everything.
Well, and the beauty, I think, of what we're going to be doing, which is going to differ from everybody else that's going on this investigation, we're not scared to give everything and say, hey, you want to debunk us? Here's the original files. We have nothing to hide.
Yeah, you look through it yourself.
So if they really want to go through the effort, there's everything you got. Now we're going to create a theatrical version video that's going to go out. And here's the reason. I could make a non-theatrical version. No one would watch it.
Who's going to want to watch it?
No one's going to watch it. It's going to be boring.
Right.
But if I add all this stuff theatrically, sorry, that's what makes people watch.
Yeah. You're getting the highlight reel.
Correct.
Not the 40 hours of B-roll that we're going to have to collect anyway.
Correct. Well, here's the nutty things that no one's talking about. We're going to be filming with 8 4K static cameras.
Right.
8. The entire time we're there. My goal is to get us into each location by 5 o'clock, and we got it till 10 o'clock the next morning. So those static cams are going to be recording the entire time we're there. Once they're set up and they're wireless. So, all I have to do is find an outlet, plug it in. For the Hinsdale house, I'm probably going to have 2 static cameras in some rooms because there's not 8 rooms there.
Right.
The Wildwood is huge, multiple floors. We're probably going to put the DVR box right in the center, and then we're going to work everything, based on range. I'll have to figure that part out. But we're also going to have 8 separate microphones that's recording to the mixer. Now, 2 of those will be our lavalier. So technically there's 7 actual microphones, but each one of the cameras also has their own microphone. And then we've got the cameras we're carrying, the 360 camera. I've got thermal. I've got freaking, the cinematic camera. We're going to be looking through all that. So you figure if just the static cams alone, if we get everything set up by, let's say, 7 o'clock, 7 to 12 is 5 hours.
Yeah.
12 to 10 is 10. That's 15 hours per location. That's 30 hours.
That's a ghost work day.
That's a work day. That's continuous recording, separate shots. And we're going to have to watch each one of those.
Yeah.
And see if we find something. It's like fishing.
I think it's going to be chock full.
I kind of hope so, Nick.
Just swirling demonic entities all the time.
Let's hope. Speaking of haunted locations, have Hear about Matt Rife?
I did hear about that, and I was specifically waiting to come on here because you sort of got the inside scoop of these things. Is it true?
It is true. So he put out a statement, and here's what basically happened. I also did a video on this too. I did it technically. I called it Spooky News, and I put it on TikTok. But
right.
He and his buddy Elton's like, he's got like a YouTube channel, and he like breaks into these. I don't think he breaks in, but he like goes to these obscure locations and does their ghost hunt. Anyway, they bought the house together. So they both bought the location. And though they bought the location, they did not buy the items. So they are the guardians of the items. There's 750 different items. What their goal is, they're going to set it up for the public to then be able to do overnight stays. They'll be able to investigate there. They're basically opening up to the public. Now, I don't know if you know this or not. Yeah. The Warrens used to make it to where people could come visit. It was a museum, but it stopped.
I do know that, yeah.
The community got mad because the traffic was unreal.
Right.
So the community's like, we don't want this. Like, this isn't some in a business district. Like, this is just an average spot.
You know, they can prepare to get mad again then, I guess.
Well, Matt Rife's trying to go through the process of getting all the permits and stuff to be able to do it. But my understanding is he's going to have to get something completely rezoned to be able to do that. But you got Matt Rife money, you can probably do that.
You can make anything happen with some money.
Oh, yeah. Money makes everything go away.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this, Nick?
I mean, to me, this seems like it's coming right out of left field. Like, I wouldn't have expected this, but it's funny because this is a conversation me and my horror friends often have, that some of the spookiest people come from comedy these days.
Yeah.
Because this, think Jordan Peele.
Yep.
One of the best modern horror directors there is. There's a fella coming up who's releasing stuff on YouTube called Curry Barker. Have you heard of him?
No.
He was doing funny skits that are like right absurd, like make you laugh your butt off. Well, he started making short horror movies as well. And they've been so good that he's actually making, I believe, a full-length feature film now.
Oh, wow.
Call Me Chris. Have you heard of her?
No.
She used to do the funny things where she had tiny little hands and she'd pretend that she's someone's child and stuff like that. Comedy. What about Selena Spooky Boo?
Nope. No clue.
Comedy again, but those two joined together and released a horror movie called, I cannot remember its name there. But anyway, like, this guy's into comedy. He's probably really into horror and spooky stuff too. So I guess it's not a total surprise.
Well, he did investigations. He's been on multiple television shows doing investigations. One of them was with, who was it? There was an investigation team. I can't remember what their name is, but he did an overnight at the Conjuring house.
Okay.
So he's been in the realm. Here's all I'll say about it. And I don't think I'm alone in this. I don't necessarily know that everyone will agree with this thought process. I feel like it's watering down the paranormal. It's turned it from a thing of interest into a sideshow.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't like the fact that Annabelle was riding all over the freaking country either on this tour.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. And that wouldn't have ever happened if the movie just didn't come out.
I don't think it would happen if Ed and Lorraine was still alive.
Well, no, they took it real seriously. To do something like this, you're not taking it seriously.
No, and here's the thing, right? Now you're going to have overnights in Ed and Lorraine Warren's house. right?
Mhm.
First off, what energies are you bringing to the house?
A variety. Because
Correct.
you're going to have tens of thousands of people coming through there.
Correct. The second thing is, are you then making a mockery of the things that hold so much weight in the paranormal community?
Mm,
You know, the whole point of Annabelle was not to get near Annabelle.
right.
Don't tap on the glass. Don't
Yeah. Don't
give it this
touch.
power. You know, it's like
Mhm.
even Chris McKinnell, when I did his interview, he
Right.
said that he believed it was an egregore and it was providing energy, and that's what caused this to all manifest.
Yeah.
Well, now you've got all these people that's going to this place to see Annabelle.
Right.
Who's to say you're not giving him more power at that point?
Well, I've thought about it since I watched that interview
Yep.
because there's a real life example
Mhm.
of a creature that was completely made up.
Yeah.
So many people started believing in it, and then it caused some seriously horrible events to take place. And that's Slender Man.
I was going to say, I was wondering if it's Slender Man.
Yeah, because there's people out there, I don't know how popular it is now, but there's people out there who really, for whatever reason, believe Slender Man was real. And it caused those kids to attack their friend.
Correct.
Like, it's caused all kinds of crimes all across North America. Like,
It's pretty sad, in my opinion.
yeah. So it is sad, but all that belief in it almost made this real.
Chris McKinnell, he called it an egregore.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of research on it, not enough. He explained enough to where I'm like, all right, well, I understand where he's coming from that, but I don't know. I think for Matt, I think he's interested in the paranormal, and this is a good little profit honey hole for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, think about it. The Conjuring house, I think they's charging like $1,000 to go visit.
Right.
And now you've got Ed and
I think
Lorraine
he's got
Warren's
an
house?
interest, though. He's got to have an interest, though, because there's way more profitable things that he can get himself into.
Is there, though?
I feel like, yeah.
I
feel like he does have an interest.
Think about it. The amount that they assume he bought that house for, and to be guardian of that stuff for 5 years.
What happens after the 5 years?
He didn't specifically say. I'm curious if maybe there's an agreement after 5 years. If he does the right things, maybe he can do it another 5 years or something. Maybe it's like a contract.
Right.
He didn't really go into that. But let's say, I think it said the house probably sold for somewhere between 670 and 700 some thousand. Let's just say it's $800,000. Let's say he charges $1,000 a night. Right. He's not came out with pricing.
Right.
Let's say it's $1,000 a night.
Right.
365 days a year. That's obviously $365,000.
Right. It won't take him long to recoup his investment.
In 5 years, $1.8 million.
Yeah.
For the amount of time he has those artifacts. Now, he's also doing tours. You don't think he's going to sell merch in there?
Oh, he's definitely selling merch.
Selling merch. He's going to sell merch. Do you think that's going to give him more press?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because he can do a lot of stuff. People are going to pay him to film shows there. He could run his own shows in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
So in 5 years, and listen, maybe he has the best intentions in the whole world. I was the first one that said, if I found a house that was quote unquote haunted and I knew it was haunted, I'd buy it. If I got the change.
House.
Huh?
That'd be your research house.
You best believe.
It would be your 13 ghost house.
It probably would. But I mean, for him, it's a solid investment. Investment. He's going to make 1.8 million in 5 years just if some people say, what if he doesn't book a night? Please tell me a night. Someone's going to go there on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whatever's available. Like just to get a hotel room in some, in the towns of places that are haunted, like Salem, we've been talking about a little bit.
Correct.
You got to book 19 months in advance.
Think about freaking the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, that's almost impossible to get into.
Almost impossible. The waiting list was 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Imagine that.
That's nuts. And here's the thing. If you book it and then you die,
Right.
you lose your money. You never even got there.
That's right. Or if you die while you're there, that room becomes more valuable.
More valuable, right?
That's right.
I
You just
don't know.
add into the picture in the hallway there.
Oh, yeah. But like, here's the thing. Matt Rife, this is a solid investment. If he paid $800,000, which he didn't, according to what I read, if he bought it for $800,000 in 5 years,
yeah,
that's better than the stock market.
Yeah, that's true. But do you really think he's not got an interest beyond financial in it?
Oh, no, I think he does.
Yeah. Okay, that's just the point I was trying to make. I think you wouldn't get into this if you didn't have some kind of interest in it already.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't money driven,
yeah, it could be both.
If you truly love what Ed and Lorraine does, and which honestly, why would you buy it if you didn't?
Right.
Why would you do the things that Ed and Lorraine Warren would never want to have happen?
Right.
Like, if I was buying something of Ed and Lorraine's and I knew that they had these very specific things, and I had an opportunity to buy it, and I go, well, that's out the door. Got to make a buck. Yeah. That's the impression.
Suppose. You do make a good point there.
Yeah.
But morality is a very large sliding scale.
Yeah. That's true.
Like he might love Ed and Lorraine, but disagree with their policies.
I don't know. I don't mess with the dead stuff. I just.
Right. No, I get that.
That's bad.
I'm not saying I would do it.
That's some bad stuff going on.
If I could afford that house in the collection, I'd just live there.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even be doing that stuff. I'd just like become the hermit in this spooky house.
Unless the nuns stop by. If the nuns stop by, I'm out.
Yeah. Valak.
Exactly. Nick, it's about that time. You ready to crack some of these cases open?
I am so pumped for that. You know what? I'm just going to randomly choose one out of here.
That's what I chose. The one that, because all the rest of them, you guys probably can't see it. They got this plastic on it. The one that I bought from the store doesn't have plastic on it. So I'm going to
I feel like yours are more exciting, so I don't want to follow that up.
What do you mean you don't want to follow that up?
Mine's only one thing in here. Yours is a whole episode on its own.
It's funny. I was just giving you a hard time.
So I'm going to go first.
Absolutely.
I did not bring my knife with me, so I got to use
Oh, you done screwed up, Nick.
I got to use one of these cables from my drone that I just purchased to open it up.
That's what I told Nick when we did this one time. I had this knife. Pow. That thing's fast.
That. Son of a gun. I can't carry a knife around here in my country, so now I got to do this like a pauper. Hey, there we go. Oh, we'll do the guessing game, though, before I open the main part.
Oh, yeah, you got to. I'm just pulling the stuff out and building the thing now since I know how to build it.
All right, here we go. So, Psychic Bert, I need your powers.
Yep.
Here are the options. What am I going to get?
I think you're going to get... I don't know. I'm feeling Dracula on this. I don't like Dracula or vampires, but I feel like it's going to make an appearance.
I think I would like to get the same one I keep wanting to get. I want to get Megan. I think Megan's cool.
Yep.
Killer AI. That's my jam.
Oh,
I like
what's it gonna be?
Bag. This is excessive packaging, though.
It is a little excessive.
All right, here we go. Where's the easy open part? There we go. You said Dracula. Dracula. Oh, this is from the movie Us. It's the kid with the mask.
Yeah. What percentage is he?
We got a rare one.
Yeah.
Huh?
What percentage?
He's 1 in 72.
Whoa, that's big.
That's pretty wild. That's tied for the rarest. Nice.
Look at that. You got a good one, Nick.
That is a good one. Still want Megan, but that's a good one.
Now, for anyone that doesn't know, I opened this one last week. And just so you guys can understand, it's the TV. So these little TVs, you build them and they come like a TV, and then you put the little character in there.
Yeah.
In this case, it was 11, and 11 had a little pizza and little pizza sunglasses and stuff.
Yeah.
So I already built the case for the new one.
Oh, okay. You got ahead of the game here.
Got ahead. While you was opening yours, I built the at least the case.
Oh, you're a pro at it now.
I'm a pro. Now, they've got the cassette that's got the stuff in it, which I didn't bring water. I already screwed up again. 1, 2, and 3. So let's open the cassette first, see what's going on.
Look at that. You brought a knife that I needed. I brought the water that you needed.
Story of my life, Nick. Listen, we're just on different spectrums of it.
That's right.
So this says, develop photo for the weekly streak. Use water to reveal the image. So this one has, I don't know if you can see it. Try to get it where there's no, there you go. But last week what I did.
Which you're going to have to do again, I guess.
I'm going to do it again. Thank goodness for whiteboard liquid.
So I'm guessing you're, I guess we don't really show these in the episodes, but we've got these. You're not using dry erase markers for these, I assume.
No, I've got them, but I haven't been using them. I'll be honest, I don't know what the photo is supposed to be in the middle.
Whoop, ignore that.
Nick already dropping stuff. So there's some type of a photo in the middle. Maybe it'll make more sense later. But what I found is after time, that actually blurs or doesn't blur. It goes back to whatever that was before. But there's another gaming card in there, which I didn't play last week.
Okay.
And then we've got the
I just
background.
knocked over one of my lights, by the way.
Uh-oh. So there's the background for this thing. It's the Hawkins. It looks like the school.
Oh, okay.
So that goes in this part. Then the character's it's all going to revolve around that image now. So we're going to.
Now, I think how you did last time was pretty good, where you open the accessories first.
That's the way it should go. There's numbers on these things. So this is number 1.
Right.
So let's see what's in number 1. Number 1 has.
Yeah, I got to get me some of these.
It looks like a toolbox. It's like a little itty bitty toolbox.
Huh. Who would have a toolbox?
Well, there's those scientists that had the toolboxes.
Oh, yeah.
This one is number 2.
Okay.
Last time, I think 2 was an accessory that 11 wore, the glasses, I think. This time it is. The heck is that? I don't even know what this is. It looks like the top of a plant.
Top of a plant.
It's kind of what it looks like. That's kind of weird. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can.
I'm not sure what.
It's been a
And
while.
top of a plant. Maybe it's like one of the demogorgons or something.
I don't know.
They're kind of planty.
I don't know. There's a little bit better. Oh, flip my light around. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, we're about to find out, because here's the package
All right.
everyone has been waiting for. I'm trying to. What do you think it is? I gave you some hints. Toolbox, top of a plant. You think a Demogorgon?
Well, I'm going Demogorgon, although I don't know what he's got a toolbox for.
I don't know why he would have a plant either.
Wait, let me go. Let me go, Dustin. I'm going to say Dustin.
Dustin. Well, okay.
Yeah, he's sort of sciencey.
All right. I don't know what this is. I didn't look. It is. Who the heck is that? Oh, that's a cheerleader lady. Oh, this is a pom-pom.
Oh, I know what that box is. That's where she keeps her weed.
That's interesting. Why is there a toolbox? There's probably like some methodology behind what it is. But there's a little hole.
Maybe the props are random, dude.
It could be. It's very possible.
They could go with any one of them.
It's very possible. But now I put the little toolbox in there. So that's what the ending looks like. She got a little pom-pom.
Cool. I like it.
So now she'll be right there beside 11.
Those are fun.
These are by far the best things I think I've ever bought. And the fact that they're a little over $8 on that box lunch.
Yeah, my ones are $20 each.
That was like, let's just round up to $9. $9 for that much fun to open and put together.
Yeah, I love my monsters, but those are something else, I'll tell you.
And the best part is I still have 5 left.
Nice.
And I've got another 5 of just the characters because I didn't understand you could buy them without the TV sets. I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm going to pop up that website for later.
See, Pop Lunch, you could sponsor us. I bet there's other people who's probably going to click on it too. Just saying, you could pay us and we'll keep talking nice about you. But what says everyone at home? But do you think that there's something to all these doggone Bigfoot that we keep talking about? Or what about Matt Rife? I know that's a hot subject right now. Are you cool with the fact he bought the Ed and Lorraine Warren house? I'm on the fence about it. I don't know how I feel. But hopefully, I'm hoping and praying for all intents and purposes that everyone enjoyed the episode. Wherever you're listening, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, to make sure you subscribe wherever you are. And if you could put a comment in the comments, you'd be my best friend. Listen, YouTube's still mad at us. We're going to eventually get them to be unmad at us.
They're a little less mad than they were before.
They are a little bit less mad. You're right. They are a little bit less mad.
Yeah. I think it's because you gave them a stern talking to.
I did too. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed the episode until we see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, that was a good one, Nick.